Hello everyone. So today I've got this little mini album that I've made, and this is made using a kit and tutorial from the CoolKatz. It's called the Midnight Tales album, and it's a 5x7, and the best bit is that there's complete instructions for it. And in the kit you get the papers, the cardstock, the archetype, which is the extra wide one, so it goes right round your cover, which I'll show you in a bit. But at the moment, this is probably out of stock, purely because of the paper pad. But if you scroll down and you go to, didn't mean to flip it round, the bottom, there's a 5x7 mini album, which is everything I've just said, including the Pebeo marker, the extra wide, I should have locked this, the extra wide archetype, your chipboard pieces and your black cardstock, and then you can use whichever papers you want. So as I said, the original one is Midnight Tales by Graphic 45, and you need one 8x8 paper pad, and the instructions take you through how to make the covers, but also how to cut each of your 8x8 papers to get the most out of it. So if you're using the same papers as them, it's brilliant. But I also used it as a guide for mine, despite it being a different paper pad. So the one I used was Christmas Time Collection by Graphic 45 as well. And I said it's just one 8x8, but I still got loads of sheets, complete ones. And because of the cutting guide, at the beginning, I had very little waste, but then I might have gone a bit off track, which you'll see in a bit. So let's go through the album. And I did start off really good with this, and I stuck to the tutorial as best as I could, well, as the tutorial says. But then in the middle of making it, the new dies arrived, so I did go off piste. So let's have a look at inside. Oh, let's have a look at the outside first. So you do get your chipboard. So it's a really strong cover, doesn't bend. Then on the outside, you've got this nice cloth feel from the archetype, and it's extra wide, so it wraps all the way around and onto the back. So it shows that lovely checker on the back, so it just ties in all the black nicely. And the best bit about this is you can just put one piece on and it's totally covered. I just added a little embellishment on the side there, just to break it up a little bit. And the inside, let me grab a little piece of my scrap. So I've used those tags here just to line up the pocket. So we've got a nice deep pocket here for our photos. And then in the tutorial, you get how to build all these basic pages, which all have a slot inside, so you can slide in some photo mats. So they're all pocket pages, all the same size, but then they show you how to decorate and attach your flaps and things. It's all in the tutorial. So I've used the photo slots here, but this is from the set 1, the smaller version, the first kit that came out. And I've used the brad closures here with some magnets so that you open it up. And then on the inside, we've got one of the stitched photo slots here, which is like a nice long strip, so you can just tuck in. But I've fed in the waste back in and glued it back in, so it's almost invisible, but you can see there's a photo pocket there. And on the inside of the flap, again, there's a pocket for some more ephemeral photos there. So all the instructions were there for that page, stuck to it exactly as it was. Then turn over, we've got this board on the bottom, which you can just tuck your things in, and a little pull-out tab. So it's all magnetized there, and this was another of the closures here. So you open it up, and here, rather than the photo slots, I followed the tutorial on how to use the curved rectangular dies. So if you look on this one, it's actually got this black piece so that you can actually tuck your photo in. So the corners aren't glued down, but the waist from here became the back in here and vice versa. So it's a really nice way of using your papers to the most. And then, as I said, magnetized, closed. And again, stuck to the original tutorial here, the Midnight Tales one. So we've got 2 pockets here for ephemera. And again, we've got our photo slot so we can slide our photo mats in there. Let's find it. Here we are. So into the pouch pocket, flip it over, and this is now a mirror image of each other, these 2 pages. Let's just zoom out a little bit so you can see them both. Now, I've used the square photo slot here, so you can see, you can pull it out, and it just looks totally invisible. And then you can just tuck your photo mat or your photo directly in. And this time I used the swivel closures so that we've got our opening here. So again, I've used those square photo slots here so we can put in another photo there. And you can see this time with the stitch slot here, I've left it, I haven't put in the waist back in so you can see it clearly there. So you just close it and you swivel on. So if you can see, there is actually a little slot there for your photo to slide in. So it would look like this. Again, this side is exactly the same. And you can see where the photo slot, photo corners are. Another pocket. Again, I was doing pretty well, stuck to the tutorial here again, and this is when my new dies arrived. So here I've used these new brad closures, so they're like photo holders. I don't know what you would call them, but then you could just put your photo in and just use these to hold it in place if it was a bit smaller than my photo mat here. So let's come in a little bit so we can see it. So all of these are on brads, but what you also can get is brad dies with them. So you can make some cardstock ones so you don't get this large lump, and you can cut it in from your decorative paper so it all ties in as well. So that's something I've got to try. I haven't used them yet, but I think I'm going to get them at the CoolKatz brad dies for making flatter brads. And this was the reason why I changed here, because I had to use the new dies. So this is the double slider die. So on the front, these came from one of the sheets in the paper pad, this one, and they just happen to be perfect for fitting on to the front of these. But also, once I pull this, you'll see they actually fitted onto the pull-up parts as well. So as I did my double pull-out, you get the reveal of those journal cards. So So that was just luck that I fitted. But I built it onto a pocket as well, so you can actually tuck a photo in behind as well. So it's functional as a photo mat as well. So you just use, again, the brad closure for our double slider. And then, so that's why I kept this flat with those, and these brads would have been there, so they're not interfering and making it too thick. So that was the first of the new dice here, and then these were the second ones I used just to make that flat side. And then I've got more photo mats in here. Yep, another photo mat. I must have put one in each one. Yes, I did. Here you are, so plenty of photo mats. And then this last page. Now this, I think it's pretty cool. This is the, if I bring you in a little bit, you might be able to see, that is a little slot there. That's because this topper is actually on a sliding mechanism. Again, one of the new CoolKatz dies. So it came across to lock it in place. Then you can slide it back, open it up, and then you've got a nice deep wallet to tuck your photos and your journaling in there. Now, I should have watched the CoolKatz video first, because I did do a little mistake. So it's a little bit high with me, but I know how to fix that next time I use these, and there will indeed be a next time, because I think that closure, just without having to use magnets, is a brilliant idea. So slides, open, slides to close. And again, then on the end, we have another deep pocket, so we can put some larger items in the back. So there we go, my take on the Midnight Tales album. As I said, it's a 5x7 album. Nice archetype finish for the spine. Lovely touch and feel to it. So as I said, a lot of CoolKatz projects used here, with the Christmas time graphic 45. Lots of interactivity built in. So if you enjoyed this album, head over to the CoolKatz website, which is coolkatzcraft.com. Loads of CoolKatz dies. The bat wings, love them. The buckle dies I've used. The lock-in paws. Loads and loads of dies to have a look through, which are perfect for your albums. And I said, Halloween Midnight Tales album kit, you can buy with a paper or without. I said this one was without, so you can go to town with your own papers. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.